Mas esse Pix tentou rodar bem isso. O militão deu uma agachadinha ali. Alisson. João Gomes, em cima Modric. Vem buscar. João Gomes. Segundo meses passados, no jogo. Digo a gente já sabia que ia ser bom. Mas nesse nível, nessa intensidade, que loucura, olha o Fabinho. Logo vai Valverde, no peito Camavinga. Vai voltar a bola ali com o Rudiger. E aí o popular. O Bruno Felipe falou, André, nem me recuperei do que eu bebi no carnaval e já estou tendo que lidar com esse jogo frenético aí.
Alright, Shalom, Shalom. Peace, Israel. This brother Zaquan from Prophets from Babylon camp out here in Tampa, Florida. I'd like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstones, teach you real well, and peace and citation to the hopeful that scattered abroad. As you can see from the opening video, man, you know, a man kills 7 people, including a 12-year-old girl, over a pool game. There was 2 men, you know. 6. The headline says 6, but 7 people died that day. Okay. It says this is a pool table massacre. 7 people, including a 12-year-old girl, are shot dead after they laughed at a player for losing 2 games in a row in Brazil, and they were playing 8-ball pool, man. Okay. It says a pair of gunmen have murdered 7 people, including a 12-year-old girl, with shotguns and pistols at a pool hall in Brazil in a fit of rage after losing 2 games in a row. Alright, so you lose 2 pool games, and these men lost it all because of what happened in a few little minutes, man. It says sickening CCTV footage of the bloodbath on Tuesday in Sinop City, Mato Grosso, showed the moment one perpetrator, brandishing a pistol, ordered his hostages to line up against a wall while his accomplice fetched what appeared to be a shotgun from a nearby truck. Alright, so they held the people there at gunpoint, man. Okay, man walks up, shoots this girl's mom in the head, shoots the little girl after her mom, okay, and everyone else died after that. Okay, and I have the names. Okay, but before I do all that, I'll have to grab this. And Ecclesiasticus 39:28 says, "There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In a time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them." Right, there be spirits that are created for vengeance. The Lord, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, has spirits out here that does his dirty work for him, okay? And as you see, that spirit is going out. Judgment is being executed, okay, upon the wicked, okay? The Lord ordained, those killings to happen that day. The Lord claimed those lives of that day. It says, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In a time of destruction, they pour out their force. Right, these demons, they come forth on those men, and in this case, the demons came forth to those men, or to do what they did, or they poured out their force. They went to, they got so mad to where they wanted to go back to their truck, and they didn't want to. They went back to the truck and grabbed the weapons, and came back on demon time, man. It says, and appease the wrath of him that made them. Right. So you don't know who these spirits are down here that died, man, that day. You don't know what they did, what the Lord required of their spirit that night. Okay, but the Lord did require of their spirit. Okay. I want to grab this. It says 6 people instantly died. They were identified as Larissa Frazao de Almeida. She was 12. Then you have Orisbo, Piera, Salsa, Adriano, Giledo, all these other people. The ages were 12, 38, 46, 36, 48, 35, and 47. Okay? Alright, so the only one, who was young that died was that 12-year-old girl. The Lord required of her soul also. Okay? That wasn't just a specific hit, okay? The Lord had it out for all of them that day, man. Okay? Deuteronomy 32 and 39, it says, see now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. There's nobody who can save you out of the hands of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, the creator of the universe. When the Lord wants you back in the spirit realm, you're going to be back in the spirit realm. There is no ifs, ands, buts, or Lord, let me get a few extra minutes. No. When it's time to go, it's time to go. There's no other powers with the Lord. Okay, there's nobody else who can wound you or who can heal you. And there's nobody else who can put you in the grave and bring you back from the grave, man. Okay? There's nobody who can deliver you out of the hand of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay? Once the Lord has you, the Lord has you. Okay, and the Lord requires of these people's souls, man. Okay? He required that these people may or lose their lives this day. Okay? So the police said the shooters, who were identified as Edgar Ricardo and Ezequiel Souza, fled the scene and are still on the run. Delegate of the civil police, he said the investigators are collating witness testimonies and searching for the cold-blooded killers. He explained that Oliveira had played a pool game against one of the victims on Tuesday morning and lost around 4,000 reais. About 640, was that euros, I believe, or pounds? I believe euros. It says in the afternoon he returned with Ezequiel and challenged the man for a second time but lost again, prompting bystanders to laugh. The humiliation and refusal to pay up caused the pair to snap and massacre almost everybody present. Okay? So it was a cause of, pool game going wrong. Alright? Pool game going wrong. Dude was a sore loser because he lost. And, he came back and started, laying people down with a 12 gauge, man. Okay? And this is happening all over around the world, but it goes to show you, that's a lot. This is happening all over the world, but it goes to show you, when things come down the pipe, when things hit Babylon, man, and Jacob's trouble, okay, if people are acting like this now, okay, how much more then? Okay? And I want to grab this, and we'll end it off here in this second Ezra, and we'll start at verse 14. It says, woe, which means destruction to the world and them that dwell therein. Right? Woe means destruction to all you that dwell in the world. Okay? These people are all dwelling in the world. Okay? Now we know, before brothers came into the truth, brothers would you have a little fun sports bets, you'll do little things on the side, man. Alright? When you come into the truth, you cut certain things off, and these people in the world, they're being sore losers. Okay? You lose a game, a pool, you get clowned or humiliated by a few women and their child, a few men, and you come back on demon time, man. Okay? Which just goes to show that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai was in the middle of that. The Lord ordained that to happen. Okay? It says, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, swords going into, a gun, the modern day gun. Okay? It's about to get so bad out here, it's going to be sedition in these streets, man. People are about to be fighting one another, man. Okay? And then people are going to be having swords in their hands. And as we know, into June the 1st, in Florida, you're now able to carry concealed firearms without having a permit, man. Okay, so this is all leading up the pike, man. The times are becoming to again more serious, more stricter, more stern. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. All right, and in this case, in that time, Jacob's trouble, people are not going to be worried about the police, about the government, about who's going to throw them in jail or anything like that, man. People are going to be doing whatever they have the power to do. This was a perfect example. That man did exactly what he had the power to do. All right, whatever he had power to do in that time, he executed it, and that man, he executed judgment. All right, it says the man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. When these troops come in doing martial law, they're going to shut down these cities. And then the military is going to be in charge of the streets, man. You're not going to be able to go freely from Tampa to Orlando, from Orlando to Daytona, so on and so forth. It says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the house shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. It says, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. All right? It's about to be great tribulation out here, and people are about to be spoiling one another and destroying their neighbors' houses with swords, man. And going into the modern day gun. Okay? People are about to be literally spoiling people. There's about to be a lot more killings, a lot more shootings, murders. Okay, all right. But the point is, man, it's getting serious out here. The spirit of vengeance, is coming out. The Lord is executing judgment. Okay, but Yahweh is all the appointments made, and I like to give out glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Hakodash. Love and honor to the elders and apostles, a great millstone and teachable wealth, and peace and salutations to the humble less scattered abroad. Until next time, I do say Shalom and the Prophet Ball. Soon.
Mas esse Pix tentou rodar bem isso. O militão deu uma agachadinha ali. Alisson. Joe Gomes, em cima Modric. Vem buscar. Joe Gomes. Leva o dinheiro dele. 28 meses passados. No jogo. Digo, a gente já sabia que ia ser bom. Mas nesse nível, nessa intensidade, que loucura. Olha o caminho. Logo vai Valverde. Ele vem pro Camavinga. Vai voltar a bola ali pro Rúdiger. E aí o grupo rápido. O Bruno Felipe falou, André, nem me recuperei do que eu bebi no carnaval e já estou tendo que lidar com esse jogo frenético aí. Para cima, Salah contra o Nacho.